As the guest from the restaurant places their order, and you see, your restaurant might be a 100 cover restaurant or 200 cover restaurant, but people are not going to wait for more than 5 or 10 minutes to get their food of their choice, with all their multiple, this for that person, that for this person, and this one should be less spicy, that one should be whatever, it should have less salt, or whatever be your customization. It has to come to your table in the next 10 to 15 minutes. That is what the guest is ready to wait for. So the whole thing is, it's just not about food. Food is the what of it. But like I said, we talked about the Black Forest pastry. It is the how of it that makes a difference. It has to come at the right temperature, with the right accompaniments, of course the right product, that is almost taken for granted, and it has to appeal to the senses for the guest to be able to part with the kind of money that a 5-star charges. I'm sure you are aware of what a 5-star charges. So now that you have an idea of what happens in kitchens, that's a 5-star kitchen. Similarly, you have other kitchens also, like the scene for let's say a cruise line kitchen is completely different. The scene for airlines kitchen is completely different. Now, because the kind of operation is different. You don't have each passenger ordering for a separate meal. You would have a segregation of the kind of meals, and maybe you would have certain numbers which are already given. I want 50 of so and so kind of a meal with a vegan option or XYZ. There are different categories which require to be catered to. So over there, the whole thing is about hygiene, safety, speed, and presentation within a given parameter. So yeah, I think all of us have seen airline. If you travel in an airline, you get a regular box. None of it comes in any fancy plates. Compartmentalized box in which your food has to look attractive, good, and of course safe. Now let me come to what is it that you would learn as a prospective student of culinary arts. What is it that you would learn in the course? So the course is divided into 6 semesters, of which it is 5 semesters of learning. Of course, 6 semesters of learning, and 1 semester, which is usually the 4th semester, in which a person goes for being trained in the industry. It's called industrial training. The whole semester is dedicated to industrial training, wherein you go into different 5-star hotels or different reputed establishments of food, and you get trained over there in the various subsections of those departments. So yeah, that is as far as the training is concerned. The structure of the curriculum is generally so divided that you have the approach is from known to unknown. So while you might start with the known home food Indian cuisine, and then you generally sort of evolve from Indian cuisine to the fundamentals of the mother cuisine of all of the West, which is the continental or French cuisine. Once you're through with that, then you go into international cuisine. You have bulk cookery, and then comes in specialization, different formats of current trends of cuisine or specialized cuisine, let's say Ayurvedic cuisine, or you might have things like your molecular gastronomy, wherein it is totally different from the known forms of food that we are used to have on a normal day-to-day basis. So that is as far as food is concerned, preparation or learning about food. As far as presentation is concerned, you would be taught things like sculpture of let's say your fruit carving, vegetable carving. You would have ice sculpture, or ice sockles is what it is called. Sculpting on, you would have butter sculptures, styrofoam or thermocol sculptures, sugar work, chocolate work, nougating, and so on. So those are the different forms of art which are focused on as a part of this course, which generally you would not find in the normal hotel management course. Apart from food, there are also other associated subjects which if you find yourself as a person who is into the food business, you require to know something of accounts, you require to know something about hygiene and sanitation, nutrition value, and so on. So all these aspects are combined, put into a nice little cover and called the BCTCA course. That is what BCTCA course is for you. Final point, what is it that you can expect to do after you have finished your BCTCA course? Well, there are two types of people actually. One is people with dreamy eyes who only know that food looks good on a plate and they are not too sure about what's to be done about it. And there's a second category of people who are, surprisingly, there's an increasing number of people today who know what exactly they want to do. They have their career path almost charted out, and they actually don't require too much counseling. They require to be taught the skills to be able to perform. So once you clear your BCTCA, you could become a chef. Of course, if you look at the hierarchy, chef de partie is the first level of chefs as far as the kitchen brigade is concerned. One does not start as a chef de partie normally. A person who is exceptionally good might get in as a trainee chef de partie or sometimes a trainee demi chef de partie. And then the person moves up the ladder depending on his or her competency and performance levels. Given today's trend, a person who seriously puts in about 7 to 9 years of time in a proper kitchen can easily become the head of a kitchen, which is an executive chef, within about that kind of a frame of time. I have known people who do it way earlier. Apart from being a chef, what else can you do? You can do whatever else a normal graduate can do. You can, prepare for your IAS, you can prepare for your MBA, you can join the defense services in, particular designations which are curated for this kind of a course, and so on. So you are not closing most of your options by joining this course. People, sometimes they feel, I wish I had done an MBA. You still can do your MBA after doing your BCTCA. You still can start your own business after doing your BCTCA. So BCTCA certainly has a plethora of options open, ranging from your own business to joining hotels, to being in cruise lines, to being with let's say your airline catering, and so on and so forth. Your options are huge. Today's generation, you have a lot of people right after they pass out, they start with their own cloud kitchen. I have the previous batch of my students, there are at least 3 of them who have started with their own cloud kitchens. So that is the kind of confidence that you tend to pick up along the way, and the understanding that you pick up along the way while you do the BCTCA course. It packages all the aspect of food as an art, food as a science. The combination of the two, all of it together, is what BCTCA is all about. So the one key point which makes us very different from the regular hotel management colleges all over India, I would say as a whole, I'm not talking just about Hyderabad. Of course, we do have the infrastructure which is apt and enough for learning all of what the syllabus is, and even beyond that. More important, or I would say as important as my infrastructure, is the faculty member who teach at Roots. The faculty member who teach at Roots, we have 80% to 85% of them who have international exposure, which is talking a lot. So when a person has worked for, let's say, the person who teaches bakery right now, the gentleman, he has been in the Middle East for 7 years, and his bakery is what he's teaching now, but his specialization is Italian cuisine. There is one more chef who has been in New Zealand for 5 years, including finishing a higher level culinary course over there, and worked over in New Zealand for 3 years. There is another chef who has worked in cruise lines, so he has been to more than 42 countries all over. And I have been in Australia myself. So all in all, I forgot to mention about the gentleman who teaches F&B. He has been in Scotland. So he's been there for about a year and a half, 2 years. So we bring to you bouquet of experience which would not come without having the experience. So obviously, what you have is a chance or a set of opportunity which normally most students would not get in a regular hotel management college. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.